The following 18 questions are from a real SAT test dated October 2011, courtesy of the College Board for Nonprofits. Number 12. The ancient Sumerians wrote on clay tablets, which were either hardened to preserve the writing and left unhardened so that they could be inscribed again. Okay, the ancient Sumerians wrote, that's fine, past tense, on clay tablets, which were past tense, which were either hardened to preserve the writing or they were either hardened or left unhardened so that they could be inscribed again. C. Covering the roof of a building with heat-reflecting plants can dramatically reduce the cost of air conditioning. Sounds good. No error. E. Right? Covering the roof covering it with what? With heat-reflecting plants. Covering can reduce the cost of air conditioning. Elizabeth Bishop's unpublished manuscripts contain many unfinished drafts. Some she intended to rewrite, but others she never meant to publish, having laid them aside as mementos of the past. Okay, Elizabeth Bishop's, her unpublished manuscripts contain many unfinished drafts. Some of these drafts she intended to rewrite, but other drafts she never meant to publish, having put them aside, so here you need laid, having laid, because to put aside, set the table, that, to lay, laid, laid. Okay, this is the past participle. Okay, so D. 15. James Houston, whose glass sculptures often depict Arctic scenes such as fishing or kayaking, drawing his inspiration from Inuit stone carvings he saw while living on Baffin Island. James Houston, whose glass sculptures often depict plural, present tense, Arctic scenes such as fishing or kayaking, he drew his inspiration from Inuit stone carvings he saw while driving on Baffin Island. So James Houston drew his inspiration from carvings he saw while living on Baffin Island. Studies of home remedies for mild burns have shown that honey has antibacterial and anti-inflammatory properties that may promote healing. Okay, studies of home remedies. Okay, remedy for, a cure for, that's correct. Studies have shown, plural, that's correct. Honey has, singular, that's correct. Antibacterial and anti-inflammatory properties. These properties may promote healing. That's correct, so no error. 17. Production delays were notoriously difficult obstacles to overcome until the company adopted new computer technology that works more effective than the old technology. Delays were, plural, correct. Difficult, adjective, you need an adverb to modify it. Notoriously, difficultly, with the adjective, that's correct. Obstacles to overcome, correct. Until the company adopted new, past, so far so good. Adopted new computer technology that works more effectively. Works is a verb, you need an adverb. The present tense is fine here because this is a general, it worked, it works, it will work more effectively than the old technology. D. Either a novel by Isaac Asimov or one by Arthur C. Clarke are going to be discussed at the next meeting of the Science Fiction Book Club. Okay, either a novel by Isaac Asimov or a novel by Arthur C. Clarke is either this or this, singular, is going to be discussed at the next meeting. Okay, number 19. Larger than the entire state of California, the Chihuahuan Desert is home to approximately 1,000 plant species found nowhere else in the world. Sounds correct? Yeah, this desert is already larger than, THAN is correct. Desert singular is singular, home to approximately, nowhere else in the world, correct. E. The shimmering appearance for which silk is prized comes from its fibrous prism-like structure, which allows silk cloth to refract incoming light at different angles. The shimmering appearance for which silk is prized. So silk is prized, singular, singular. Silk is prized for its shimmering appearance. That's correct. And that appearance comes from the fiber's prism-like structure. This structure allows, so structure which allows, singular, singular, silk cloth to refract incoming light at different angles. That's correct. Number 21, the biography describes how, growing up in a small house with 6 energetic siblings, Ellis developed a high tolerance for mayhem and learns to accommodate the needs of other people. Okay, biography, singular, singular, correct. It describes how Ellis, how when Ellis was growing up in a small house with it, how he developed a high tolerance for mayhem. Tolerance for is correct. And developed and learned. Especially since this developed is not underlined, this has to go with that. So this has to be wrong. So D. Because cell phones are so widely used today, many movie theaters post signs warning that it is not permitted during the movie. Because cell phones are so widely used today, many movie theaters, plural, plural, post signs warning that it is not permitted during the movie. This it is problematic because what is it referring to? If you're saying that cell phones are not permitted, then they are, okay? But, or you have to say that warning that cell phone use is not permitted during the movie. Or talking on cell phones is not permitted during the movie. Okay, 23. Featured in many New York City landmarks, the vaulted tile ceilings patented by Rafael Guastavino reflects the influence of Spanish architecture on his style. Featured in, okay, so these tile ceilings are featured in many landmarks. These tile ceilings have been patented by Rafael Guastavino and they reflect. Verb, subject is the tile ceilings, plural, plural. Influence on is correct. Although snowflakes come in an almost infinite number of designs, its basic form is a 6-pointed star. Okay, although snowflakes come, plural, plural, in an almost infinite number of designs of, correct. It's basically, this is wrong. The snowflakes, their basic form. (25) In recognition to, that's already wrong, yeah. This, just remember, it's in recognition of her extraordinary contributions to gospel music. In 1988, the National Endowment for the Arts presented Willie Mae Ford Smith with a National Heritage Award. They presented an award to her. They presented her with an award, in recognition of. Number 26. Researchers have discovered that a fish, like a human, processes some kinds of information with the right side of its brain and other kinds with the left. Interesting. Okay, researchers, plural, have discovered, plural, that a fish, singular, singular, some kinds of information with the right side of its brain and other kinds of information with the left. Correct. E. 27. New Zealand had fostered a thriving local music scene for decades, but it was not until the late 1980s when New Zealand musicians began to reach international audiences. It was not until that. Yeah, this is a rule. Okay. Yeah. Past perfect, past tense, everything correct. Began to reach, started reaching, That's correct. Yeah, for a period of time, 4 decades, that's correct. But it was not until the late 1980s that New Zealand musicians began to reach international audiences. Because neither of the dolls were in its original box, the pair would not be worth as much as the toy collector had hoped. The pair, you're talking about two dolls. Neither of the two dolls was. So neither doll was in its original box, and they're giving you an extra clue. It's is singular. This has to be singular. Singular, neither was its, its, original box of the doll. The pair of dolls would not be worth as much as the toy collector had hoped. A. 29. The figures cited in the report do not corroborate the author's claim that small hospitals generally provide better patient care than do large ones. The figures cited, the figures which are cited in the report, that's correct, do not collaborate. This is wrong. Collaborate means when two people collaborate on a project, they work with each other on a project. Here, you're looking for the word corroborate. Wait, C-O-R-R, B-O-R-A-T-E. Corroborate the author's claim. They do not support the author's claim that small hospitals provide, plural, plural, better patient care than do large ones, than large hospitals do. Plural, plural. These are all correct. B is wrong.